Hey everyone, it's Sanni. I'm going to do Adele's Grammy look. Well, two looks. This is the first one. And then we're going to quickly change it up to this second look, which is a little bit more eyeshadowy with a nude lip that she was wearing during her performance of Rolling in the Deep. Now her red carpet look was a really classic kind of Hollywood eye. So strong liner, fake lashes, not too strong on the actual eyeshadow, and red matte lips. Like that just screams Hollywood Glamour. Whereas more of a kind of a classic Adele, I guess I would say. And before anyone asks, no, I haven't given up on the blonde. This is actually a semi-permanent color that I have on. My hairdresser and I decided to feed in a little bit more of a darker tone onto my overly processed color, because I want to go a little bit golden, a kind of more richer. I guess the color I would really love is Sienna Miller's color. She's got amazing hair, but I'm not sure that's ever going to happen for me. But essentially we have to put in a little bit of darker color, and then we're going to put some golden tones on top of it, and some highlights, and hope for the best. But you'll see work in progress next week again, because I'm going to go back next Wednesday, I think. So anyways, let's get started with the tutorial. As foundation, I use the MAC Studio Tech in an NC25 in order to get kind of full coverage makeup. And then under my eyes, I use the Eve Pearl Salmon Concealer in the lightest. And then I set it all with my trusty MAC pPrime. I'm using my NYX pencil as a little bit of a primer for my eyelids. I'm then going to take my MAC 252 and also MAC Mylar, and I'm going to use that on kind of pretty much the whole of the lid, and really making sure you get into the inner corner. Then with MAC Wedge and MAC 217, I'm just going to kind of lightly, really lightly trace my crease. I'm then taking Inglot 10S and MAC Cork, which is this ever so slightly darker than MAC Wedge. Then I'm just going to define the crease a little bit more. And blend it out. And then we're going to go straight to the liner. I'm using MAC Blacktrack, as always. Well, not always, but almost. And I'm going to use a couple of different brushes, but I'm going to start off with a really fine one. This is the MAC 210. And the liner is super strong. So we're going to create the shape first, and then we'll fill it in. And then when you're deciding where to wing it out, look straight in the mirror, keep your eyes open, don't go like this, and just kind of look at yourself and see where it's the most kind of flattering place to wing it out. And then draw it back in. Then I'm also going to run it under, so just connect it here and then run it under about 1/3 of the way in. And then I immediately take my pencil brush and just smudge that line up, the bottom one. And then I'm going to take a slightly bigger brush and I'm going to do my upper waterline and really try and get the colour into the roots of the lashes. And it's really important to keep comparing the liner in the two eyes so you kind of get it symmetrical. And then I'm going to take Cork and the same pencil brush and I'm just going to run it really lightly under where I put the liner and kind of just tracing. I'm actually going to do brows next because I'm going to use the same Cork, and Adele's brows are really kind of straight and flat. Mine arch up a little bit more, so I'm going to essentially drop them down a little bit. So I'm going to trace my natural shape. But then here where I kind of like under the brow, where my brow arches up, I'm going to try and go as straight as possible without looking horribly fake. And just to help out there a little bit, I'm also going to use a pencil. This is the Shu Uemura Hard formula in Hard 9. So I'm just going to draw a couple of lines just under my brow. But I really like kind of that kind of a flat brow with this look. It just makes it seem quite authentic. And I'm going to apply some mascara. I'm using MAC Zoomlash. Then I'm going to use some fake lashes. I'm using the Girls Val Nicola's. Oh, they're floating all over the package. I've used these before, so there's a little bit of mascara in them, and that's actually a good thing. I want really full lashes, and these are really kind of elongating lashes, so they're going to help with that kind of cat eye effect. So I'll be right back. So I'm just going to highlight the brow bone a little bit more. I'm using the same Mylar as before, and I'm just drawing a line under my brows. MAC Peachykeen, and I'm also using a MAC 116 brush, and I'm just going to apply it on the apples of my cheeks. Now it looks like I'm putting on quite a lot, but we're actually going to be blending it with another blusher. I'm then going to take NARS Douceur, which is like a kind of a very, very browny, almost like a contouring colour. And I'm going to take my Sigma large angled contour brush, F40. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it under. I'm also going to run it under my jaw and under my cheekbone. And I'm going to use this colour to kind of blend in the blush a little bit. Once you've worked off most of the colour from the brush, you can just go over. And then it's just the red lips. I'm going to use a couple of different colours. I'm using Ruby Woo as my main lipstick, one of my favourites ever. And I'm using MAC Cherry to line my lips. I'm going to line them a little bit over as well. Then I'm going to do the inner corners with MAC Brick, which is kind of just a darker red. She has a really kind of three-dimensional lip in the pictures. And then I will fill in my lips with the Ruby Woo. Now this lipstick is super matte, and it's really important to keep the red lips in this look matte. I'm going to add a little bit of MAC Verve, which is a brown kind of color, and I'm just going to add that to the outer corners to dull the red down even more. And that's the first look done. I love this look. It's just classic kind of Hollywood, but now I'm going to show you how to really quickly change it on to Adele's second look of the night. So now I'll show you how to really quickly change your look from her red carpet look to her performance look. And I'm just going to use some makeup removers and quite carefully remove the lipstick. Now some of the foundation will of course come off with it, but we'll fix that. Then I'm going to take some concealer. Well, this is Dermablend, Vichy for Dermablend. Conceal, well, this is a foundation, but I use it as a concealer. I'm going to use my MAC 224, and I'm just going to blend this over and around my lips. It's important that you conceal your lips as well if you've worn red lipstick, because the red does tend to stain. And just buff it in. And I'm going to use a tiny bit of Prep and Prime just to set that. And I'm going to use my Urban Decay Naked 2 palette to kind of just intensify the eyes. So first I'm going to take kind of a purpley grey brownie color, and it's called Busted. And I'm taking the same Inglot 10S brush, and I'm just going to run that on my crease. And just into the liner. Then just use a MAC 217 to blend it. And on the MAC 217, just take a really small amount of the same Busted and run it under your lashes about half the way in. I'm then going to take Pistol, which is like a, I guess, I don't know, is that a steel grey? Maybe. It's a warm grey though, I would definitely say. And then just pat that in the outer corner. And moving towards the inner corner. And I'm going to take a little bit more of that Busted and just blend. And then brush off any fallout. And also you might need to darken your liner now, because some of the eyeshadow has gone onto the liner, so I tend to just kind of go over it really quickly. And then just for the inner corner, I'm going to mix two colors. I'm going to mix Verve and Bootycall, and this is just to give like a little highlight in the inner corner of the eye. We already have the Mylar, so you can skip this step if you like, but I just kind of like to add a little bit more of a highlight. Then as lipstick, I am using a YSL color, one of my favorite nudes. This is 127, and this is Rouge Pour. And a liner, I am using MAC Dirtish. And then I'm just going to apply this. And that's the quick change up done. I hope you like this kind of double tutorial. I love Adele, and I think she is absolutely stunning. So it's been a pleasure doing her makeup look. And if you like my channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Bye. And that's the quick change up done. I hope you like this kind of double tutorial. I I love Adele and I think she is absolutely stunning. So it's been a pleasure doing her makeup look. And if you like my channel, please subscribe and I'll see you again next time. Bye!